Okay, what is up guys? It is Aiden here and I am back for another anime talk video. I make these videos every couple of months just to discuss and talk about some anime and manga stuff that I've been watching and reading over the past couple of months. So, it's really early in the morning right now, it's about 8:40. I woke up about an hour ago but I'm still tired, but I did have my morning coffee. It's funny because I never used to actually have coffee until like a year ago, and now I struggle without it. Like I have to have it every single fucking day, so I've had that, haven't eaten anything, but I had my coffee, so I'm good. So yeah, let's talk about some anime and manga, man. I'm gonna be talking about last season's anime season because that's what I watched. I haven't really delved into this season as of yet because, I mean, I have like all the anime here on AniChart or whatever, fall 2016, and besides like Drifters, which everyone's talking about, there isn't really that many anime that I'm like really, you know, interested in watching. I mean, Haikyuu season 3, but I haven't watched Haikyuu, so I can't watch it. Ajin 2, I'm assuming that's the second season. All Out. There's this anime that kind of catches my eye called Nanbaka. I don't really know what the fuck it's about, but it looks kind of interesting. But other than that, this anime, I mean, Pokemon Sun and Moon, but I'm not caught up to, you know, the Pokemon anime, you know? So it's kind of like, what am I really interested in? There's not much that I really am interested in. So I'll probably watch Drifters, but other than that, nothing really. And people were telling me that this is probably the worst anime season in years, man. It's just terrible. There's just not that much to watch, so we'll just see what happens. But last season of anime, if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on it. So I'm not going to talk about them too much, especially like the first one I'm going to talk about, which is Shokugeki no Souma season 2. Kind of try and just summarize my thoughts because I don't really have too much to say. So first of all, let's talk about Shokugeki no Souma season 2. Now, it just felt like a better version of season 1, you know. We expanded on so many different characters, situations, etc. We found out more about Hayama, Ryo especially. I love the three-way battle. Like, that shit was epic as fuck between, what's it called? Fuck, how can I forget his fucking name? He's the main character, man. God damn it. Souma, yes. Souma, Shokugeki no Souma. Yeah, the three-way battle between Souma, Ryo, and Hayama was epic as fuck. The way they went to the fish market and shit, they got the different ingredients, like it was epic. And then the battle between Aldini and Subaru, another Subaru, we're gonna talk about ReZero after, took his knife, and then Soma's like, oh, yeah, I want to fight you, and get your knife back. And then that was epic. The music, the art, like especially the music, next level, man. It's just so epic. Like, it just gives you that battle shonen feel with the music. Art and animation just went next level as well. Hisako and Soma working together, and then Soma goes back to bloody the guy he beat, Shino, whatever, in season 1. Like, that was cool. I really enjoyed that. And everything about this season, it was just, like I said, it just felt like a better version of season 1, you know? Like, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, it was great. So the next anime that I'm going to be talking about is, of course, ReZero. Now, a lot of people are saying that this is anime of the year. I really enjoyed this anime. This is probably one of the only ones that I've watched through like really quickly at the beginning. I've watched like the first 12 episodes in a row, which is really unusual for me because I'm not the type of person that I sit down like day and night and watch an anime series from start to finish like I know a lot of people do. Like, for me, at night, I'll sit down, watch like 3 or 4 episodes of an anime on most occasions, and then that'll be it. But like this time, I literally sat down, 12 episodes straight, really enjoyed it. Now, I completely can see the appeal of this series. However, one of the gripes that I have with this series, and a lot of people were especially hyping up episode 15, saying this is, you know, episode of the year. Spoilers, by the way, episode 15, Ram and Rem both died, the mansion's all fucked up, everything goes to shit, everyone's dead. Now, I can see why people would say that's crazy, but for me, at that point especially, like when all those people died, it's like, is it really as emotional when you know they're gonna come back to life, basically? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that always kind of bothered me. People were saying, oh my god, this is amazing and stuff, but is it really as impactful when you know those people are going to come back to life? Like, for me, not really, you know what I mean? But I think like the fights in ReZero, I really enjoyed. Like, probably my favorite part of the series, the last like 5-6 episodes, like, you know, with the white whale battle. That was epic as hell. And Subaru's final showdown and everyone else's final showdown with Betagaru. So I fucking love that crazy ass motherfucker. And then they just went completely nuts at the end with the flames chasing Subaru. That was crazy. Yeah, that's one gripe that I have with the series that no one really brings up. Like, I understand the appeal of, you know, time travel. It's like an RPG, so it makes sense, you know, dying and then coming back to life. Like, I get it, but people die in the series and you know they're coming back to life. It just doesn't really hit me as hard, you know what I mean? And no one's really talking about that, which is kind of strange. Yeah, a lot of people are saying this anime is anime of the year. Really enjoyed it from start to finish. I thought that guy, I can't remember, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but the knight with the purple hair, he was cool when he took on Betsugaru. Like, that was epic. Like, he's an epic character. Yeah, Amelia, god damn it. Amelia and her relationship with Subaru was hella cute. I was like, oh my god, kawaii. I love Rem and Ram and all the characters. ReZero for me was a really good anime. I really liked it, but I probably don't like it as much as other people do. You know what I mean? Moving on to the next anime, and the final anime that I'm going to be talking about in the last anime season. And by the way, I actually dropped Hando-kun. Probably not going to pick it up again just because it didn't really seem interesting. I mean, I love Barakamon, but I didn't really enjoy Hando-kun that much. It was alright, but I was like, I'm going to drop it. This anime that I'm going to be talking about, which I don't know about the best anime of the year, but it's my favorite anime from 2016 so far, and it is Mob Psycho 100. Now, first like 3 episodes, I'm sure a lot of people dropped it just because it was okay. I remember watching the first episode and thinking like, it's alright. Second episode, I can't remember what episode it was. It might have been the 3rd episode or the 4th one, but like the episode where everything turned around for me is when Mob himself got invited to that gathering with whatever with all the religion. Dimple Summer, who we call him now, Dimple in his human form. Shit happens. Mob goes crazy. He starts fighting motherfuckers, and he just turns to his full like 100% form or whatever, and like that's when everything just changed, because like from that moment on, and look, I'm telling you, man, if you dropped like the anime after like episode 3, I feel sorry for you, son, because everything after that was hype as fuck, man. Like seriously, like the fights, the character development. A lot of people like to compare Mob Psycho 100 and One Punch Man, which I understand. I mean, created by the same guy, character designs, etc. I get it, but you have to understand that One Punch Man is kind of like more so a parody series, and it's got some awesome action as well, but it's more so like a parody series, you know what I mean? Like more comedy. Whereas Mob Psycho, like it has a lot of similarities, but it's more serious here. It actually has real character development, developing real relationships between characters. Like I love the relationship and the development of a character like Ritsu and his relationship with his brother Mob. Like that was amazing. And then, oh my god, the fight with Mob and Hanazawa, the guy with the blonde hair, that was so epic. And like the comedy as well, I was still laughing at the Body Improvement Club. That was so funny. And like the decision that he made, Mob, with joining the psychic group or whatever, or the Body Improvement Club, like that was hilarious. Oh my god, I was still laughing at that shit. And like I said, the fight with Hanazawa, that was so epic. And then the fights later on, they go against Claw, when Hanazawa. One thing I love in anime is when bad guys become good guys, basically. Like in One Piece spoiler, Crocodile, he doesn't really become like a good guy, but he just joins forces with Luffy for a little bit. So Crocodile joining Luffy, and in this anime, Hanazawa joining Mob, and then fighting Claw. Like that fight against that Pyro guy, I thought was so epic, and the fights against Claw was so cool. Ritsu showing what he can do, Mob, Hanazawa, and Dimple. I love the fact that Dimple became good, basically, sort of. And they try to get back Ritsu, and shit goes down against Claw, like I said. Like, oh my god, this anime is so epic, man. And then the character development, and then at the end, like Reagan hadn't been, relevant for a couple of episodes, and he comes in and he does his thing, and then his relationship with Mob, like, oh my god, man, this anime was so, like, it just, like the first 3 or so episodes, it was just alright, but then like after that, it just exploded. Like Mob Psycho, man, 100, it exploded. God, it was so epic. Like I just, like from the beginning, I liked the art and animation, but the more I watched the series, I just liked it. It just, like, I don't know if I would have enjoyed the series as much if it didn't have the art and animation that it has. It's just, oh man, like this was easily my favorite anime of the year. And I'll tell you what, I don't buy as many anime and manga as I used to, and I'll actually get into that after I talk about Mob Psycho 100. But this is a buy. Like when Mob Psycho 100 comes out, I'm buying it. Like I don't know if I'd buy One Punch Man, like a Boku no Hero, all these anime, but I would buy Mob Psycho 100. Like I enjoyed it that much. It's in my top 10 favorite anime of all time. I don't know where it would place exactly, but it would be in my top 10. Like over the last couple of years, I've watched a lot of anime that I didn't really enjoy, or I just thought was okay, mediocre or whatever. But I'd say the last couple of years, the couple of gems that I've found that I've really enjoyed have been like, of course, Mob Psycho 100, Barakamon, Bakuman. These anime I've just found and I've really, really enjoyed them, and I'm probably gonna buy them all. So yeah, oh my god, I just can't, like, when I finished watching this anime, I was like, please, can you just, like, season 2 now, please, you know what I mean? Like, I was, oh my god, I fucking love this anime so much, man. Mob Psycho 100, it's, okay, not only my favorite, for me, it's anime of the year. I'm just saying, man, I liked ReZero, I thought it was cool. but I thought Mob Psycho 100 was better. So if you disagree, just my opinion. Oh my god, I love this anime so much. Like, where's season 2 though? Yeah, and the way it's set up for season 2 as well, I thought was epic. You know, with the claw leader, whatever. And the kid, I still don't like. I don't read the manga, but the kid with the orange hair, I was like, who the fuck is this kid, man? You know what I mean? So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, Mob Psycho 100. Enough rambling on. Epic as hell. Can't wait for season 2. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is not really talking about an anime. It's more so talking about, like, I guess kind of a topic, a discussion or whatever. So I guess I'll split this into 2 parts. Why I don't watch and read as much anime and manga anymore, and why I don't buy as much anime and manga stuff anymore. Now, why don't I watch and read as much anime and manga anymore? And it's pretty much just because I'm kind of at that point in my life where, you know, I've watched anime for a while now. Not as much as others. Like, I see people with my anime list accounts and they've got like 700 anime and manga listed on their account. And for me, specifically in terms of my anime, and I have it up here right now, if you include season 1, season 2's anime, OVAs, movies, etc., I've watched 72 anime, and that's a decent amount, man. So I've had a lot of experience watching anime and manga ever since I got back into it in late 2012. And there's not really that many more anime out there that I'm really, really interested in. And like every now and then I find a gem. Like over the past couple of years, like I said, I've found a couple of gems. Like over the years, man, I've watched a lot of anime, but there's a lot of anime that I either don't really like or I find kind of mediocre. Like, as much as I like, okay, maybe I was over exaggerating before. As much as I liked Shokugeki no Souma season 2, I liked it, but I didn't really like it. And and maybe my expectations are too high. Every single time I watch an anime, I want to really enjoy it and not have to feel like it's a chore, you know, watching, you know, a series. You know what I mean? And I just feel like there's not many more anime out there that I really enjoy. And like I said, you do find a couple of gems every now and then, and that's probably what keeps me going. That's probably why I keep watching more and more new anime. But like I said, nowadays it just doesn't feel like there's many more anime out there that I really dig. I really like. So that's probably why I don't watch, you know, watch and read as much anime and manga anymore. And for me, like, when I watch a TV series nowadays, like a live action TV series, I generally find like the ratio of TV series that I like and dislike, I find it's more favorable when I watch live action TV series. I don't really know why, but it just kind of is. But as I said, that's why I keep watching anime and manga. I don't watch as much as I used to, but that's why I continue to do it anyway, because I do find the gems every now and then, and I'll be like, damn, like this is why I really like anime and manga. Why don't I buy as much anime and manga anymore now? Like, I'd say especially like 2 years ago, I'll admit it, and a lot of people will probably do it, but they don't want to admit it. I was a hoarder, okay? I'll admit it, I was a hoarder. Basically, I was buying anime and manga just because I wanted a huge fucking collection, okay? We all had thoughts about it. We see these massive ass collections like Giga Frosty, Double 4 Anime, and Forever World, and they just have like these gigantic collections, and like they have this library of anime and manga, and you want that, you know what I mean? And at one point in my life, like I said, like 1 or 2 years ago, I was that guy. You know what I mean? Like, I bought, and like, of course, I bought a lot of anime and manga because I really enjoyed that series and I wanted to support it or whatever. But another large reason was just because I was a hoarder. Like, I'll admit it, man. I was just buying anime just because I wanted a massive fucking collection. I bought what's it called? What's that series called? Like Card Captor Sakura. Like, I just bought it just because I wanted a huge ass collection. I bought many other anime as well just for that reason. And then once you kind of get to a point where you kind of realize that not only are you just having a massive collection just because, you know, you want a massive collection, but it also kind of hits the bank account, you know what I mean? Like, it costs a lot of fucking money, and you realize once the money starts to run dry, what are you gonna do, man? You don't really have much more money left, and you just have a bunch of anime that you don't really like. You just have it because you want a huge ass collection. So I've had to actually sell a lot of that anime and manga, like because I had like no money in the end, because I spent so much money on anime and manga. I had to sell a lot of the anime that I really enjoy, and the mangas. Or like, I had like 95% of the Naruto volumes, and I had to sell them for like half price of what I bought them for originally. My One Piece DVDs, which I really didn't want to sell, but I sold them. Are you one of those people who's done that before? Because I know I'm definitely not alone, but I'm just wondering if you guys did that. And for me now, like, I still definitely do buy anime and manga, but for me now, my collection, I want it to be stuff that I really enjoy. And when I look at my collection, I look at like a Mob Psycho 100, I'm gonna say, I bought this series because I really enjoy it, okay? When I buy Barakamon, which I'm gonna buy as well, I look at that and I'm like, this series was funny, you know, it was heartwarming, it was everything that I really like about a slice of life series. I bought it because I really, really enjoyed it. And like One Piece and Naruto, I was thinking about all the memories. And then like, of course, I'll buy like live action series that I really enjoy, like The Walking Dead, even though ever since like season 5, ever since they came to Alexandria, I've just been, but whatever, you know what I mean? But season 7 premiere though, you know what I'm saying? Breaking Bad, oh my God, I love Game of Thrones. Like I'll buy those series because I really enjoy them. Like I look at my shelf and I'll be like, I bought that series because it's fucking amazing. I've had so many great memories with it. And so that's how I'm kind of gonna treat my collection from now on. I buy it because I really enjoy it. So yeah, like I said, once upon a time, I was a hoarder. No longer am I a hoarder, thank God, because like for one, like I said, you just have a bunch of shit that you don't really like. And I know a lot of you guys are guilty of it. let's be real here. But now, like I said, I'm just gonna buy stuff I really like and look at my collection and be like, I like that shit. Also, one quick thing that I want to talk about is Toriko, the manga, is ending. I've actually read about 15 volumes. I mean, I think I've read like halfway through volume 15 where, you know, Zebra, one of the 4 kings, gets introduced. That guy looks crazy. I haven't read much Toriko in a while just because I've been, you know, enjoying other stuff. But yeah, the Toriko manga is ending, which is kind of surprising me. It's a pretty long-running series. I think it had a run of nearly 400 chapters, which is a pretty good run, especially because Shonen Jump, you know, a lot of series get the chop really early on. So the last nearly 400 chapters is a really good run. Probably one of the things that was its downfall in the end was the fact that the anime, you know, ceased to exist as of right now. And it got the chop because of apparently low ratings, which from what I saw, the ratings weren't really that low, but in the eyes of Toei, because it's not like DBZ, One Piece level, which was never going to fucking happen anyway, they just stopped it. So that's why the anime they got rid of it, and because the anime is gone, that's probably why the manga, you know, is getting the chop now. People, for some reason, still don't realize that the anime is an extremely important asset to a franchise going to like the next level. A lot of people didn't know about Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, which are like probably the 3 most popular anime of the last like decade that were made, like, because, you know, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach were all made in like the early 2000s, late 90s or whatever, you know what I mean? So the reason why a lot of series succeed so much is because of them having an anime. Attack on Titan, like I said, Tokyo Ghoul, One Punch Man just took those series to the next level, you know what I mean? And when an anime isn't there to boost up the popularity for the manga, especially, the manga is just going to go downhill, you know what I mean? And that's probably the case with Toriko. So when the anime wasn't there, the manga starts spiraling, you know, down into irrelevancy, I guess you can say. Even though I know Toriko wasn't completely irrelevant, because I know a lot of people in the anime community really like Toriko, but, you know, it's going now, man, so what are you gonna do? So yeah, feel bad for a lot of people who really enjoy Toriko. I mean, apparently, I watched King of Lightning's video, and he said that they skipped like 3 whole arcs so they could get to the last one, which sounds really fucked up, but that's probably the case, so yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really have much to say. I've read like 15 volumes. I really enjoyed what I read so far. Maybe I should stop reading it because I know it's going to end. I mean, I think altogether, once they compile all the chapters, I think there's probably going to be about 45 or so volumes, which is, you know, a lot, and maybe I should continue reading, maybe I shouldn't. I don't really know. I just wanted to talk about it briefly. Sorry to any people out there who really enjoy Toriko. It's ending, for those who don't know. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about in regards to Toriko. So the next and probably the last thing that I want to talk about is, well, actually, before we go into that, one thing I want to talk about, and I know For Neverworld made a video about this, and I'm really happy about it, and it's actually alluding to one of to those 3 series I was talking about before. Is, let's say 6-7 years ago, anime was kind of going down, you know what I mean? Like the popularity was dwindling more and more, and just not as many people were really enjoying anime and manga anymore. But I've noticed over the past 5 years or so, the past 3, 4, maybe even 5 years or so, there's been a resurgence. You know, things have come back up. Anime and manga is starting to get more popular nowadays, and I'd say it's probably to do with those 3 series that I just talked about: Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, and One Punch Man. These 3 series are probably the most, in my opinion, the most popular 3 series of the decade that were created. I mean, maybe Dragon Ball Super, but initially it probably was, but now, because, you know, the whole, oh my god, nostalgia or whatever, it's going to be like Dragon Ball Z, which it isn't, you know, it's kind of died down a little bit. So I'd say probably the 3 most popular anime of this decade have been One Punch Man, and Attack on Titan, and Tokyo Ghoul, and they've just brought anime and manga back up again into relevancy. And so a lot more people are watching and reading anime and manga nowadays, which is great, because, you know, anime and manga is a huge part of my life. I really enjoy it, and to see something that I love, you know, start to come back up again on the come up is great. And I think one of the biggest reasons is when, like, for example, like, I know it's really hard to see the correlation or whatever, but like Meek Mill, for example, like, you know, the Meek Mill Drake beef or whatever. Biggest reason why it kind of exploded and got more and more popular is because of like social media, like, you know, the memes or whatever, you know, making fun of Meek Mill, whatever, you know, that little beef they had. But that's what makes the series, you know, makes you know, something more relevant. Like for example, like, and this is kind of like a weird thing to say, but people don't really understand what I say when I say this. Is, for example, like, I go for the Denver Nuggets in the NBA. The Denver Nuggets are irrelevant as fuck because, for one, they're in the NBA, you know, wasteland. You know what I mean? They're not good enough to win a championship, but they're not bad enough to be in the lottery and somehow get back into relevancy once again. And so we're in the middle of nowhere and no one mentions us. The Philadelphia 76ers or the Los Angeles Lakers are 10 times more relevant than we are because they're bad. Especially when the Philadelphia 76ers, they're not as bad now, but when they were really, really bad, people were shitting on them constantly, man. And there was just memes after memes after memes of, oh, you know, Philadelphia 76ers are garbage and shit like that. But that's what makes them more relevant because they are bad. So when you're in the middle, like, you fuck, man. Like, no one gives a shit about you. No one really cares about the Denver Nuggets right now. But everyone cares about the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Lakers because they're terrible and they make memes, and that's what makes them more relevant. So how does this correlate back to anime? It's because of the fact that, you know, One Punch Man, like the memes, like the OK memes, like, it's just hilarious, and like all these different things, like that brings up the relevancy. The same happened with Tokyo Ghoul and Attack on Titan, but probably more so with One Punch Man because, you know, it's a comedy series, like I said, the OK thing, and all these different like memes with you know, Saitama, like that's what pushes up, you know, the popularity of the series. Why is, you know, the song from designer Panda so popular? Because it's on Vines, on Facebook, it's on social media, it's like everywhere over social media, and that's the reason why it got so damn popular, that song, because of social media. It's the same with anime and, you know, NBA. It like everything connects, man. Like, everything connects more than you probably know. So yeah, it's really good that, you know, because of the rise of social media nowadays, it's making anime and manga more popular. More people are digging you know, anime and manga, and it's great. It's really enjoyable, and so it's great to see kind of the resurgence of anime coming back again. So it's great. So yeah, so the last thing that I'm probably going to talk about is One Piece Film Gold. Now, before we really get into it, one thing I want to ask, something that I still don't get because it seems to be like a reoccurring theme here. I don't really know with the two Dragon Ball movies like Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods. I didn't really check that out, but I know for a fact with Boruto and Naruto, the last movie, it just seems really damn strange that, I mean, why did, it just doesn't make any sense. Why does it seem like these, like all these anime movies, like One Piece Film Gold, Boruto, the last movie, why are they always screening last in the US? Now, first weird thing, why is the movie premiering in Dubai, the UAE? Like, it just doesn't make any, well, I guess it does, maybe, you know, a prince in Dubai, because you know those motherfuckers are rich, right? Like, they have a shitload of money. Maybe they said to Oda or the people who had anything to do with One Piece Film Gold, said, look, I love One Piece, I love this movie, I want you to bring it over to Dubai for the world premiere, and we'll pay you a shitload of money to have it in Dubai. So maybe that's why it premiered, like, it literally, the premiere of the movie wasn't even in Japan, it was in Dubai, out of all places. I know, it sounds really surprising, but that actually happened. So yeah, that was really strange. And then of course, you know, it like debuted in Japan like a week later. But then it debuts in like I think it was Malaysia or the Philippines or whatever in August. Like, why is it in Malaysia or the Philippines in like August? Shouldn't it be like the US? But no. So that was weird. And then it comes to us in Australia. Like, the movie One Piece Film Gold actually debuted. It was the first screening of One Piece Film Gold in an English-speaking country on the 3rd of September this year at the Madman Anime Festival, which was, you know, crazy. But then it actually came out in cinemas about a week ago. I'm not doing that shit anymore. But it came out in Australia on the 27th of October, and it was screening in Australia to the 3rd of no, not the 3rd. I think it was the 2nd. No, it was the 3rd of November, which was yesterday actually. So yeah, of course I went out and watched the movie. But the next thing, and even like New Zealand, I think New Zealand got the movie for like a week as well. Like, I think literally when our screenings in Australia finished, and so. Like, what? Why is I still don't get this. It happened, like I said, it happened with Boruto, it happened with The Last as well. Why? It just doesn't make sense. Can someone please explain this to me? Why does One Piece Film Gold, Boruto, The Last, and all these movies come out in like the Philippines, Malaysia, Australia, and New Zealand before the US? Like, the US literally doesn't get this movie until the new year, like mid, like January or whatever, in like the US and Canada, which is like, what the hell, man? Like, I really enjoyed the movie, but I just don't understand that. So if someone could explain that to me, that would be great. Why why the US, why Canada, why they're not getting these movies until like nearly a year after it premieres in Japan, which is just really strange, and I really don't get. But anyway, that's it with that. I went and watched the movie. Now, I'll probably on screen include some clips of me going to the movie. Like, of course, I didn't film, the movie. I'm not going to do that. That's legal, you know what I mean? Like, I don't pirate and shit like that. That's legal as well. But anyway, so yeah, I just filmed some stuff, walking to the cinemas, showing you guys the movie poster, my ticket or whatever. But yeah, One Piece Film Gold, I really wanted to watch it just because I missed out on watching Boruto in the last, which I was never really going to watch anyway because I haven't really caught up to Naruto yet, like the latest chapters, and I haven't really completed the Naruto journey yet, so I wanted to just not watch those, which is unfortunate because it was a huge thing. I know so many of my friends and other people went to watch it, which I was kind of envious of because I wanted to watch it, but I wasn't going to watch it because, like I said, I haven't caught up to Naruto like that, like everyone else. So didn't watch it, and I really didn't want to let this opportunity slip by just because, One Piece is my favorite series. I'm caught up to the series. I've watched all the fucking movies. I love them all, and it just makes sense. So I went to watch it on the second last day at Reading Cinemas in Dandenong, and it's kind of a cool feeling when you go into a cinema like an anime film, and you sit in the cinema and you look around and you know the reason why people are there is because they're One Piece fans. Like, it's kind of a cool feeling. Like, I sat next to some guy and he said to me like, is this One Piece Film Gold? I'm like, yeah man, it is. And he was like, oh, you're a One Piece fan? I'm like, yeah man, it's my favorite series. Like, it's just a cool feeling going into a theater, a cinema, and like knowing that everyone there is there because they're a One Piece fan. Like, that's just kind of a cool feeling. But yeah, I'm really glad I did it. Really glad I went to watch an anime film in cinema because I've never really done it before. I mean, apparently my mum took me to watch the first Pokemon movie back in the day when it came out in like, was it like 99 or some shit? I don't really know. But yeah, I can't really remember that. So this is basically my first time, and yeah, I'm really glad that I did it. And yeah, one thing I will say that I'm not, next time, and I'll say this to my mum, I ain't never buying popcorn ever again. I spent like $9 on that shit. Not worth it. Next time I'm going to bring my own food. Although back in the day, I remember me and my friend got in trouble because we tried to bring in like McDonald's to the cinemas and we weren't allowed to do it, so we had to eat outside the cinema. But if I can, I'm definitely bringing my own food next time, man, because that popcorn, it's just some overpriced, salted bullshit. Like, it's just a waste of money, man. I ain't buying that shit next time. But anyway, so the movie. Now, I guess I'm kind of going to spoil it a little bit. Not completely, like I guess some other people will, but this is probably one of, if not my favorite One Piece movie that I've ever seen. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I saw it in cinemas, like I hadn't done that with the other films, but God, like right off the bat, this anime just blew me, like this movie blew me away. Like, it really did. Like, one thing that I'm a huge sucker for is great visuals, art animation in movies. And that's why I like Ghibli films so much, because the art and the animation, oh my god, and the inspirations that the creators, like especially Miyazaki, draws from different places around the world. Like, it's just beautiful. Like, one thing I want to see in anime films is good visuals, and One Piece Film Gold fucking delivers, man. I mean, just look at the trailer and you can see like this film, the backgrounds, the visuals are so flashy. Like, oh my god, it was so amazing. Like, I was just jizzing over the visuals in this movie. Like, it was so good. Like, that was my favorite part of the movie. I just like looking at the film. Like, the content, it was cool, but the visuals, everything, like, it was so flashy. The casinos, this gold, like, oh my god, it looks so amazing, man. Like, it was just that good. The visuals, man, it looked really cool. Now, the content, the characters, I really liked the main villain, Gil Tesoro. I even watched like the trailers just so I can hear him say it. The way he says entertainment, like, that shit is just so amazing. The way he says it in Japanese, that was awesome. And just like intro, it just starts off with a bang, gold, just flashy. Like, it was really good. The plot itself, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but Zoro gets caught or whatever, this and that happens. Some of the characters were cool. Like, I still don't, like, the one thing I didn't like about this movie, and it didn't really make sense, was Gil Tesoro's little backstory or whatever with that girl Stella. I still don't understand like what was going on, like what was really the point of that. I think Luffy said something, and then Gil Tesoro kind of had like a little flashback, and that was that. I understand why, they had that little backstory to create more emotion. It just didn't really, like, 100% need to be there, to be honest. Like, I get it. Gil Tesoro had a fucked up past. He did this and that, and now he wants power. He wants to just own everything. He wants to buy everything with money. Back in the day, he was broke, I think he was. I understand it, but I just felt like the backstory with Stella was just okay. But everything else, man, I'm telling you, like, I think the fights in Film Gold weren't quite as good as like a Strong World or a Film Z. And people always say, why do people compare like those two movies with like Film Gold, for example. And it's because I think Strong World, Film Gold, and Film Z, I think those are the only 3 movies that Ichiro Oda, the creator of the One Piece manga, has worked on. Like, he's been like an executive producer or something on all 3, so I think that's why people compare them. Like I said, I would say I prefer the fights in Strong World and Film Z, but everything else I just oh my god, I just can't get over the visuals, man. Like, the visuals were so good. Like, it's flashy, like it just everything I wanted in an anime film in terms of the art and the animation and the visuals. It was just gorgeous. It was just amazing. So I loved it so much. But as I said, the fights in Film Z and Strong World were probably better, and like the plot as well in those 2 movies were probably better. But I'd say probably Strong World and Film Z were better movies, but I enjoyed Film Gold more. One thing I'll talk about, it's funny because for anyone who's gonna watch the movie in like January or whatever, one thing I just want to say, and I don't really want to spoil it, but just so people don't get hyped for it, so they can be completely disappointed. Oh my god, prepare to be disappointed for the fucking Lucci versus Sabo situation fight, because just a little spoiler, nothing really happens. You know, Lucci goes into his leopard form or whatever, you know, Sabo's got the fire fist, like, it looks like it's about to go down. And then they pan back to the Straw Hats and Gultasora and all that shit, and then everything happens, and then they go back, and then it's all over. Like, it's so funny because I know, like, Rogers Bays and all these people like hyping the shit out of it, but literally nothing happened. They more or less just made an appearance in the movie. Sabo, Koala, Lucci. I mean, Spandam actually, I was surprised that Spandam actually made an appearance. I didn't really know about that, so that was cool to see him come back again. He goes ass whooped by that little kid, and then Luffy, of course, so that was a nice little cameo. But like everyone else, like I said, like Koala, Sabo, Lucci, that they more or less just made an appearance. They didn't really do anything of any importance. I was laughing internally because everyone else in the anime community, like Rogers Bay's like, oh my god, Lucci versus Sabo, like it's about to go down, but nothing happened, man. So yeah, overall, One Piece Film Gold, I really enjoyed it. I actually watched prior to kind of get the whole thing, One Piece Heart of Gold. I thought I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like it. I thought it was like mediocre. I think a lot of people were overhyping itself, the TV special. I personally didn't like it. It was a chore. I was like looking at the timestamp like every like 5 minutes to see, oh my god, when's this movie gonna end, you know what I mean? But honestly, you don't really need to watch it. Like, some of the characters, I think like 1 or 2 of the characters that appeared in Heart of Gold appear in Film Gold, like Mad Treasure, the main villain in Heart of Gold, makes like a small cameo with, you know, the girl Karina, who appeared in Heart of Gold and appeared in the movie as well, the relationship with Nami. Another one of the guys from Gultasoro's crew, the little dude, that little fucked up dude. Is it just me? Like, I was watching it throughout the movie and I was surprised, like, people weren't, because people were always, I was hearing throughout the movie, people were whispering shit like, oh, this character's that, this character's doing this and that. And something I was really surprised about was, am I the only one that thinks that, what's that little guy? I don't know his name, man, god damn it. Oh yeah, his name is Tanaka. Am I the only one that thinks this dude has like an identical laugh to fucking Caesar Clown? Like, he's like, shurr, whatever the fuck, that was wrong, it's not like that. But like, dude, his laugh was so similar to Caesar Clown. I'm like, what the fuck, is this a complete ripoff or some shit? Like, maybe Oda couldn't be stopped like creating a new laugh. But dude's laugh sounds exactly like Caesar Clown. I'm telling you guys, man. But yeah, like he appeared in Heart of Gold, like I said, Mad Treasure, Karina. And by the way, for those who've watched Heart of Gold and haven't seen Film Gold yet, after the credits, it's actually a little bit with Karina, who appears in the movie, and then Gultasora as well. Just a little bit of a cameo, but nothing major. Like, honestly, you don't really need to watch Heart of Gold, or even like episode 0 Film Gold. For those who want to know how to watch it in order, watch Heart of Gold first, and then watch One Piece Film Gold episode 0 next, and then watch the film. Because like One Piece Heart of Gold is like the prequel, and then One Piece Film Gold episode 0 is like the little like 5-10 minutes before they arrive at, you know, Grand Tesoro, the whole big shebang. So yeah, watch it in that order if you want, but you don't really need to watch both those two stuff to enjoy the film. I guess it gives you a little bit of a preview, but not really that much. But yeah, One Piece Film Gold, really enjoyed it. Everything that went on, like, I don't think it's as good as Film Z or Strong World, but I enjoyed it more than those two movies. Characters, you know, like Ray's Max, villains, Baccarat, fucking Dice, and all these different characters, like they were cool, you know what I mean? And overall, I like the movie. Like I said, I'm really glad I went to cinemas and watched it. It was a really great experience, because you don't really get to see anime films in cinemas that much, because even though, like I said, anime is coming back, it's on the rise once again, it still isn't that popular as it used to be in like the early 2000s, 90s, you know what I mean? Yeah man, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will be seeing you guys next time.